Hello, I'm Gloria Dickerson, and I'm the CEO and founder of We Together Creating Change, which is an organization who's very dedicated and committed and devoted to making sure children are successful. And I just want to know, can we kick it?
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can. Kick it.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
I wanted to talk to you all today because I'm very concerned about children. And the reason I'm concerned about children is because when I came up, my mom and dad was very concerned about me. And I knew they were concerned about me, so therefore I was able to do what I needed to do. They talked to me about my education and how important it is to get an education. I grew up in the Mississippi Delta, Drew, Mississippi, and when I was in the 7th grade, 12 years old, my family and I integrated to schools in Drew School District in Drew, Mississippi. We were the only family in that school district, and we decided to do it because people told us that we had a freedom of choice to choose that school. My mom talked to us a lot about the value of education, and she said that she had grown up in poverty and that she did not want her children to live in poverty all of their lives. She was the mother, and my dad, Matthew Carter, was the father of 13 children, and they wanted to break the cycle of poverty for their family so that we could live a good, successful, and happy life. So when it came to what we thought were better schools, to attend better school, we jumped on it. We decided we wanted to do that. Unfortunately, we were the only black children in the whole district who decided to go to the previously all-white schools. When we got there, it was a very hostile environment, a lot of harassment, a lot of people calling us names, doing all kinds of things to us to keep us from getting an education. And we'd go home in the evenings, and our mama would say, you know what? You are very special individuals. You're no better than anyone, and nobody is better than you. So when you go back to school every day, just know you're there to get an education. And you're getting that education because it's going to help you lift yourself out of poverty, and you will be able to have everything that you want in life. She said no matter about the name calling, no matter about the kicking, no matter about the spitball, no matter about all of that, you got to keep in mind that education is the key, and that's the most important thing for you to do. So that's why we stuck it out. We stuck it out, and for the next 5 years, I went to school as the only black child in my class and took harassment, hostility, and everything else because I knew at the end of that, there was something special waiting for me. And I'm here to testify that all things are possible because I am what I want to be. Even though you may have obstacles in school, you may have things that don't seem right for you right now, if you could just stick it out, it will pay off for you. Have an attitude of gratitude and look around and see, I have some things in my life that I am grateful for. And those things, I will feed off those things to make me feel better when I don't feel as well as I should. If you think you can do it, you can do it. If you want to make good grades, you can make good grades. If you want to make excellent grades, you can make excellent grades. The choice is yours. But you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to have good health, you can have it. If you want to have good friends, you can have good friends. If you want to have a good life, you can have a good life. Anything that you want, all you have to do is dream about it and aspire to be that, and that's what you can be. People have fought and they have died so that you would be able to be educated. I know that. I saw that when I was coming up in the 1960s where people marched in the street so the kids could be educated. So I need you to stay in school and do all you can to get your education because education is the key. I grew up where I was living in poverty, and people called me at risk, called my group of people at risk of dropping out of school because we were poor and didn't have very much, and because we didn't think very much of education. My group, the minority group that I grew up in. I know that that's not true because I overcame that. I lived in poverty. I lived doing without. I lived wishing for things that I didn't have to wish for. I used to just wish I could have something to eat every night when I went to bed. And that was one of the things my mama said. She said, well, if you get this education, you can have more than just something to eat. You can have something of anything that you want. And so it's important to me that she focused with us on how important education is. I got that as a child. And then when I went back to Drew, I left Drew and I went back to Drew, I know that what I got, I know that what my mom and my dad and my parents told me about getting an education, I know they were telling the truth because it proved to be true. And now I also realize that a lot of children nowadays do not realize how important education is. And so I'm going back. I'm back there to talk to them and to teach them and to mentor them and tell them, I am where you were at one time. And now I'm doing just fine. And I can tell you how you can get where I am and how you can have a successful life as well. I learned to love myself. I didn't have a lot of people around me who were showing me any love except what I got at home. I didn't have it in my school at all. But I learned to really fall in love with Gloria and know that Gloria could be what Gloria wanted to be. You have to learn to be persistent. Don't let anybody get in your way. Once you decide what it is that you want to do, don't let anybody stop you from going after it. No matter what they say or what they do, you still can do it. You are beautiful. You're smart. You're very important. You can learn. You came here whole and complete and full of love and full of joy. And what you have to do is try to find that joy and make sure you live that joy. Live out your passion. There's something that you really like to do. Figure out what it is, and that's how you live your life, with doing what you really like to do. That's what we call your passion or your talent or the gift that was given to you that you carry around within you every day. You deserve the best out of life, and you can have the best out of life. All you have to do is take care of yourself, believe in yourself, have confidence in yourself, and then go to school and say, I'm going to really do my best to be my best, and I will be my best.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can.